see that, bro. You really about to handle that nigga on set, bro. On blood, nigga. No talk about, bro. You really about to handle that nigga, bro. I'm going right now, bro. Fuck that nigga, bro. Bitch ass nigga, bro. I don't give a fuck. I see him. I don't give a fuck. Right there.
Victims 18 or younger have been shot and killed this year. You can see here the locations of all of those shootings. You can also see that Ward 8 has been hit the hardest. Of those 6 deaths, 4 have happened in Ward 8, including the city's 2 youngest homicide victims, 15-year-old Maurice Scott and 11-year-old Karan Brown. Right now, only Brown's murder has resulted in an arrest. Jordan Fisher, WUSA.
They really feel it when I'm spitting the truth. It's getting wicked while we killing the youth. You stripping parents from their kids and all them things that they can never go do. It's cutting deep, that pain will never be through. They mama crying at night. All this shit and it can never be true. Another 30-second clip on the news. They kill the future, really got me confused. We from the streets, it's hard to see from my view. Some people never do. I think of both my nephews, I wanna see them be men. They killed Karan in Southeast and he could barely see 10. The hood by my cousin's house where we would play as a kid. I think about it, it just doesn't make sense. CJ saved a nigga life one time and we was right on the porch. Some niggas tried to double back and he got right with the torch. And it's a war outside we ain't safe from. These niggas, they ain't got a life, so they gon' take one. And we was from the bottom, not a dollar, we made some. I'm paranoid, riding with the strap till my day come. Been through all this shit and I can barely trust day ones. And almost lost my life and niggas thinking it's made up. The hospital bed with them IVs laid up. My mama right there crying on me, baby, we prayed up. I think about Makai, probably dying, she was right there on Sim. I never met her blessed though, cause I ain't been right since. I think about it all the time, it really fuck up my mental. Life is fragile, man, it's really so gentle. I be thinking about my niece and when I see her and the smile on her face and how I feel if someone took her away. I couldn't take that pain. Sunny days, you couldn't take that rain. Now their parents gotta make that grave. Have you niggas no shame? Who your shooter, man? What's up with his aim? We kill each other, man, it's really so hate. I just don't understand. Maybe it's fate or part of God's plans. Babies dying in the streets and it's just time we take a stand. Oh man, I need a second to grieve. Another parents lose their child before the first one's in grief. And all this shit that we done been through make you numb. How could you cry at night? You can't trust nobody, catch a body or you die at night. The way a nigga carry all them straps, they like Mariah pipes. And they wet a nigga block like they gon' firefight. The streets my canvas and I painted with picture. I wanna see what heaven's like to say what's up to my niggas. I mean at least one time we went from rapping in the lunch line. Now kids catching strays on the front lines. Damn, we supposed to give them a space where they can play and be free, where they have fun and be safe. And all these niggas beefing nothing soon to catch them a case. And you can't get a life back once you take it away. Niggas gon' hate me for the truth, I tell the shit how it is. I lost my niggas behind guns when they was raising their kids. I'm trying to be the one that's just gon' make a way for the kids. This shit so crazy, man, just pray for the kids. I mean for real though.
It's been 48 hours since 10-year-old Micaiah Wilson was gunned down, an innocent victim of gun violence on the streets of D.C. Tonight, some of the people who live in her northeast neighborhood are calling out city leaders for not doing enough. Fox 5's Melissa Howell has been trying to get a response from the mayor. She's live at the Wilson building tonight with the latest. Melissa? Sean, you know it has been a very hard week for people in the Terrace Clay community. 10-year-old Micaiah lives with her family, and tonight, many of them are expressing a deep frustration with how the mayor's office has handled this tragedy, as well as gun violence in the inner city.
It just hurt me so bad. Like, it hurt me because my baby can't live and see her life. She wanna
Yesterday, Micaiah Wilson's mom expressed her pain following the loss of her 10-year-old daughter, who was playing just outside her home Monday when she was shot after 4 men
Let me get this mic check, because I cannot hear myself at all right now. Okay, all right. We were running a little bit late behind schedule, so we didn't get a chance to do a mic check, but welcome to the Truth is Real podcast, hosted by Vedo, and we have our guest host.
Happy Sunday, guys. Angel.
Hey, it's T from DC. Testing.
Testing, sounds good.
What's good? It's DB Valentino. You already know.
Hey.
Let's go.
Yeah, man, it's just John, man. Y'all know what's happening.
John.
What's up, y'all? Y'all know what it is. It's your girl, Lady T. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, Mr. Truth is Real.
And Lady T. Okay,
Late
Late T today. Right. So we're gonna get started. This is feels like the break of the real spring weather, you know, and summer's around the corner too. Kind of had a nice break. I mean, it was 90 degrees yesterday. Nice. You know what I mean? Well, 90 something, 90 plus, right? So that was time to kind of get in the pool and enjoy some water. You know, a few people came out to a brief little, I call it a get together. I'm not gonna say pool party. You know, I'm not gonna say pool party, but it was it was definitely a nice event. You know, if you were definitely there, you would have enjoyed it. You know, I think Angel was in attendance.
Yeah,
and I think
not too far from the house.
Not too far from the house. So, she pulled up, wasn't but down the street.
It was nice. I've been there before, the same mansion.
You had a good time?
Yes, I did.
Enjoyed yourself?
Always.
One
in packs.
Right. So that was good. And then our guest, DB Bantino, I'm going to let him give a brief introduction. He did say his name and everything, but I'm going to let him give a little bit more history on who he is before we get into our topics and stuff like that, so they can kind of know more about you. Just kind of do a 60-second rundown real quick if you can.
Okay. Once again, I'm DB Bantino, born and raised in Southeast Washington, D.C.
Hey.
You know, took my talents on the West Coast, made a lot of things happen over there, made a lot of things happen overseas, and now we back in the city. You know, you can find me on DB Bantino, Instagram, YouTube, all that. Make sure you check out my new single, Midnight Strangers. It's a bunch of things going on, new videos dropping, new content dropping, so just stay in tune. But right now, we're here to speak our truth, so.
Speak our truth.
I like the vibe.
Did you have that written down or what? That was a great 1 minute spill. That was your sales pitch. Okay, I like that. Okay.
We're going to need him on the intro.
Yeah, but like I said, but like if you don't, I don't know how much you know about the show if you watch any of the episodes, but all about keeping it real, you know what I mean? And trying to be as truthful as we can be, right? And that's about how far truthful you want to go, you know what I mean? So if you don't want to say nothing, don't say it. Yes, I always say, if you don't want to say it, don't say it, but I try to want to keep it real, you know what I mean? So if you don't feel comfortable with it, just don't comment on it, you know what I mean? But let's keep the lies out of here, you know what I mean? Let's let people hear what you really feel. It's not what they feel, not what I feel, it's what you feel. So when anything we're talking about is always about your personal feelings and not about anybody else's. So just giving the guidelines of the show so you know when you're asked a question, it's not about what would they do, more about what would you do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
sure.
That's just a quick rundown. So just to kind of not jump right into it, I always have like a quick, what I call it, quick question, quick response, which just requires a quick yes or no. A lot of times we can't do yes or no's. I see, you know what I mean?
Never do yes or no.
Hopefully we can get a quick yes or no in it. This is an easy one. It's a fun one, I would say. It's not that sometimes we get really serious, but this one's gonna be kind of fun, I think, a little bit. But real quick, and we'll start with you, DB, since you're the guest. If you have a girl now, or if you had a girl, do you remember her number off the top of your head?
Good question.
Are you saying do I remember?
If you have a girlfriend now, or the last girlfriend you had, did you remember her number off the top of your head?
No.
Yes.
You did. No, is that consistently like that, or is that just that one boyfriend, that one special boyfriend you remembered his number?
So
She definitely said
if I had, or if, so I was thinking that you were talking about my most recent.
Yeah, I mean, it could be most recent. Okay,
Yes.
most recent, yes, okay.
Yes.
All right, you.
No.
I do? No.
No.
Yeah.
Most recent?
Yeah.
You do?
Oh,
Most
John. That's because my number easy. It's okay.
I'm done.
I'm probably gonna say no too, honestly. I'm probably gonna say no.
Grandmother's,
Yeah, I probably know my mother and my dad's, number, and myself. I don't even know nobody in my family's son number. But what they say is it's true. So they say that, I mean, I say they, but what do you think about the statement? If you don't remember your so-called boo or bae's number, that means it's not real. What do you think about that?
That's cap.
No, not in this generation.
That's cap.
Yes, first of all, it's like, many ways to contact somebody anyway, so I might not even text you or call you, you know? So it's like, you know, I don't think that's accurate. I don't need to know your number necessarily to know your name, and all I gotta do is scroll down unless my screen
But I
is
guess
broke.
the question is, if she means so much to you, would you take the time to memorize that number? You don't have to. You're right. Because that's basically what they're saying. Is it real?
If she asked me to.
No, because the thing is, once she's asked you to do it, it takes the realness away from it. So it's like,
no, my personal self, I wouldn't just.
okay, right, and that's
I
respectful.
wouldn't.
I mean, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't remember it either. I don't know 100% say if I could say it was real or not real, but that just made me think. I don't know. It makes me think like why, you know, because like you said, you remember your mother's number, right? You remember the people that really important sometimes. You remember their numbers, and even if you could say you don't scroll down and dial the number like that, you still see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the question is, it made me think about that when I read the question too. It was like, damn, back in the day, it was different because you didn't have cell phones, so it was easier to do that. And let me ask you a question. I'm older, and some of us are older. Before you had the cell phone stuff like that, I did remember my girlfriend's number. I didn't remember everybody's number, but certain numbers I did remember. You know,
I did that back then. But
What if you're at the club or something and your phone is dead? You know what I'm saying? So you got to.
You lost your phone, stolen.
Yeah, and you girl like
you locked up in jail.
Because I'm famous for that. You know, like, oh, you know, take my number. They're like, wait, what's your number? And I'm like, remember it. I'm rolling, you know, walking down the steps.
Right.
So,
I mean,
do you remember that girl number that you want to remember? The girl running down the steps that you're trying to get?
No, I wouldn't remember that.
I just think like numbers are kind of like insignificant unless you're talking about like some type of like tragedy or something where you just gotta like contact this person.
Emergency.
But
wouldn't that be based off
you don't remember
your
the
girl having that love for your girl if something ever happened to her?
That's what I'm saying. Like
you
if we
want to
talk
have
about
that
it and
number.
I put it in that perspective, I'd be like, okay,
that's what I want
your
you to
number,
think.
but
Right.
just based off like infatuation
Every day,
or something
right?
like that.
Yeah.
Nah, I never just.
Yeah,
like,
and that's what it says. It's real. So the thing is, if
Yeah.
it's infatuation, it wouldn't be real. So we get not memorizing that girl's number.
Yeah.
But I would say that one that, okay, let's say it was your wife. You probably remember her number,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
So let's compare it to that level of it's
Because if
real.
you get locked up or anything going on,
That's your
you get
go-to
one phone
person.
call,
That's the
you
one
gotta
call,
know
right?
the code.
Go ahead.
So I mean, I hear you, and I'll tell you that for my daughter, I forced myself to memorize my daughter's number because she changed her number, and I was like, anything can happen. Anything can happen. I need to know her number. Like I kept down the wrong number over, and it took me 2 months to remember her number.
Wow.
But as far as, I don't think that memory signifies value. I don't think that means that you equal this amount to me or not, because of the fact, like we said, back in the day, you used to have to dial the number. Now it's just a press of a button. So, great point. I
But
don't think so.
consciously and unconsciously, do you feel like it could make a difference? Because, like you said, certain numbers we will memorize. So what makes us say we'll memorize whatever situation this number is compared to that number?
My bad, but it's like if I really do appreciate you and like you, your number is gonna come up as a name. If I don't know, if I don't really mess with you like that, it's gonna come up as a number. So that's what makes it more difficult to remember.
I feel like he's saying like how she took the time to remember.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that even though we know how life is, like you said, if that was a number only call you can make when you got locked up, you have to memorize that number. Yeah. So if this was your life go-to, your lifesaver, you know, your wife, your woman that you're not calling your mother or father that might be 80 years old by that time. They're not even gonna be awake. You know what I'm saying? They're not even answering that phone probably. You might not call that best friend that might be with his girlfriend getting some whatever, who might not answer that call, but that woman that's supposed to be your girl should be home waiting for you to come home, should be wondering what you're doing, should be answering that phone call when you make that phone call. So at the end of the day, I think about it too, like, yeah, I probably should, if that was somebody I really love, remember that number. And I do think back in the days, even though we did dial numbers, I didn't remember every number that I had papers, I wrote it down. But when it was my girl, I did remember that number because I didn't have nothing to go through to find out her. I didn't have time to look through something to find her number. I wanted to dial it right away because that was the person I talked to on a regular basis. I was around a regular, and that's the person I'm going to call every day. You know what I mean?
And
It's
that's
just,
the way memory works.
that's
too.
how memory works. It's
Because
repetitive.
So you're also
Right.
gonna memorize it
Right,
again.
which is
He's the
makes it a
most
little
frequent person
easier.
that you call.
You know what I'm saying? But that was just, everybody kind of answered their own way.
Yeah.
It's an open conversation. I'm not going to say, but it does make you think. You know what I mean? It does make you say, hey, you know, if I really love her to death, should I or a number.
Do you think now we should start memorizing numbers or something? Because
I
do think
it makes you
sometimes
think
we should
about it.
because
I think you should.
you might have that,
You
My
might have that
mother
emergency.
actually got mad at me the
Phone
other
died, you
day.
gotta call somebody.
I was-
break.
Yeah, my mom got mad at me the other day because I was giving her, she was my emergency contact. And I'm writing a number and I remember the first 6. I was like, Mommy, what's the rest of your number? She said, what? You don't know my number? You need it. I was like, oh shit. You know, so I look. So it's really important to know numbers.
I think it's important. I think definitely if that's your significant other. You know,
It's just so hard now because people have different numbers. Like
They
have,
change them.
Yeah, talk
Some people don't keep the same.
Google numbers. You know,
Well, I think
what's
everyday
up.
people, you don't have to memorize those
Yes.
numbers. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if it's somebody, like if it's that go-to person, you might want to memorize that number. You know what I mean?
Technology,
Or have that
just
number in your wallet somewhere. You know, somewhere you have.
Maybe
it.
right now we just not feeling no one to save their number.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
Remember
definitely.
off
That's
our right
I have
head.
a question though. To
And
kind
not
of,
giving that much energy for me
if I
to
may
remember
ask a
that number.
question
Go
to go
ahead.
for that, what happens with the people? Do you guys pick up with people FaceTime you, call you, or like
No, texting.
Instagram call?
Yeah.
And Facebook call.
Yeah.
I think
I mean,
that's
if I,
They call
if I
Facebook
know
and-
you and I
so
know
when
you,
they don't know you,
yeah, if I don't know you, no,
yeah,
She
why
does
would you
that.
do that?
that's weird. That's
So
weird.
personally, even when it comes to FaceTime,
Mm-hmm.
I don't pick up on FaceTime calls. For me, I just opened you up into my world. So
Exactly.
whatever I have going on here, you are now in my world. So you have to be invited for that, or let's plan for conversation. Because I mean, what if I'm got my bonnet on?
Right.
What if I I don't want you?
Just
can't
woke up,
call
sleep in the
me.
eyes.
And it's crazy that guys are guys will randomly get your number and FaceTime
They
you.
wanna
I'm
see
like,
you.
I don't know what
Look at
world
that.
I'm
They want you to
Yeah, I
entice
look at that
them
FaceTime
for that
stuff
dinner.
as a control thing because it's like you think I'm gonna put your face on the phone. No, I'm not ready.
Yes,
Well,
I think most
they
people do
probably
that.
also feel like if you open that FaceTime out, they feel like you
You
probably
need to
like
text
them a
me
little bit
first.
more than
Or you're doing
the other
something you're not
person. You know,
supposed
because
to
most
be
women
doing.
don't want to answer FaceTime. They don't know to do like that. I think I would never FaceTime woman. I just
I'm feeling
met.
it. Yeah. Oh.
You know what I mean?
I can know
It'll
you
be
still
more
don't
like
have
if she was maybe getting
Yeah.
her, you know, like look at my outfit type
Right.
shit.
I
I'm
don't
like,
even
FaceTime, but
I
I'm
don't
not
know
going to
that.
just meet you and be like, FaceTime. You know what I'm saying? We probably
And
start
Instagram
texting
gets
more.
Get tired of
before that.
seeing you.
Yeah,
The
so.
Instagram
Fix
calling
that,
for me
fix
is
that.
weird.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, when
very
someone
weird.
say, "Oh, what's your
Facebook
Instagram?"
is
If you ain't got
So-
my number, don't FaceTime, Instagram,
That's
face
weird.
forwarded, video,
Red flag.
none of that. You know
Oh,
what I
yeah,
mean?
calling on Instagram? Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, but people do it.
That's
People
crazy.
do it. They
It's
feel like they're
crazy.
gonna
Guys,
get
Facebook
they
you.
is
do
worse.
it.
I never
Guys
did
do
it.
it.
My
It's
phone
very
just
Facebook is
allowed me
worse.
to start doing it, but I still never did it before.
Right. All right. Another quick question, real quick, before we go into a real
can do a test
topic.
call with
I'm
me.
just wanna.
All right, bet we're gonna do it. I'm gonna see if it
I'm
works.
gonna kick it off with DB again. Quick question. This is not a major topic, but a quick question. Beauty over brains.
That's easy.
What you mean, like brains, like
Both.
smarts?
Brain education,
Okay,
smarts,
all right.
brains, everything. Dealing with that brain.
Beauty over brains?
Go around.
In what type of situation? Like a
Answer the
long-term
question.
relationship type thing?
Just what you.
No,
Just
Thinking like a
just
man.
for
Think
whatever.
like
Just having a
man.
mutual
If I
conversation.
throw that at you, what would you say? This what would you
All right,
feel off
like
of it?
today,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like if I
right.
met a girl today, I would probably say
Truth,
If you
man.
feeling her, dude's different.
it
Feeling
depends,
hers.
cause like all right,
Brains.
Why
brains, like
today over
brains,
yesterday?
brains is like all right. Look, we can make some things happen. Cool, we can
Right.
do that. Beauty is like, what's good? Like what's going on today? Like you know what I'm saying? I'm infatuated by you. I like you. I want to spend.
That
I
day.
want to you know
Right.
what I'm saying? I'm thinking down low.
Right.
Brains, I'm thinking up high. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So
Because you be with a pretty girl that's dumb.
No.
I mean, that's the
They
question.
would.
I mean,
They'll have
could you
sex
be
with them.
with a
That's
pretty
it.
girl that wasn't as educated
I-
and as smart?
I've definitely done it before.
They like them. They
And
like
it could
those
happen,
type
right?
of
Because at the
women.
end of the day, you're not looking for a woman to provide for
And you be
you, per
with a pretty
se.
girl that has brains.
No, because it'd be too much for
Like,
them.
is it?
Nah, that's
Yeah, exactly.
That's good. I like that, but I don't really think it's like a pretty girl with brains. I'm more like, all right, let's make things happen. Like a pretty girl that's not smart, I can deal with her not being smart, but it's like it's only
That's
for
crazy.
to have. You know what I'm saying? It's
Thinking
only
like a
for.
man, though. I respect
That's what I
it,
mean.
yeah.
I mean, because smartness is one thing, but she could do a lot of stuff to make him feel good, though. I mean, let's just
Yeah,
keep it
she could
real.
just make
Most
some
women
good-ass
aren't coming
food
into
or
a
something, you know
relationship
what I'm saying?
sitting down with you starting a
She might
business.
not
You know what I'm saying? Most of them sitting there doing your taxes for you. They're sitting down here calculating stuff for you. Let's just keep it real. Most of them aren't using, not say most, let me stop that. It's a nice number of them that aren't using their brains in a relationship.
I feel like retarded.
I feel like that's what.
You can't do that. Nah, she can't be dumb.
But do
You
you
know
think
what
she's
I'm saying?
playing them though, Mr. truth
She
is
can't
real.
do things that like make
Yeah,
you
some
Playing
like,
dumb is
nah,
not.
what the fuck?
That's
Some
that's
of us
being
play
smart
dumb.
though. That's still being smart.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like playing at all. So if you act like play
playing,
dumb,
that's
If you are playing dumb, everybody think you dumb. You dumb.
So they
you know
had
what I'm saying?
sugar daddies and sugar
She
babies, and I
does.
said,
She love
well, I
those
said this to you
conversations.
before because there were billionaires who were there, and they were like, I don't need to converse with you. I don't need the man. I need you to look good. That's it. That's your
That's what I'm
only
saying.
role,
But that's
and they
what
were
you're saying about
willing
today
to
versus
pay for
yesterday, I
that.
guess.
They were willing to
Yeah.
pay for that. For me personally, it has to be equally both. So because as far as mine, I want to like you as a person. If I don't like you, because even there's lots of rich guys, like some nice looking guys that I may have had the opportunity. I'm not saying I had the opportunity for lots, but I have had the opportunity to date people in that category.
Right.
And if that doesn't work for me, if our conversation doesn't match, I don't want to be around you.
Right.
And then at the same time, if
It's
you're
hard to be
all
around.
brains and I'm not attracted to you, if you're it's not going to work sexually. So I'm not saying you have to have the best body. I'm not saying you have to be the smartest. It has to be balanced down, and I need both. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, I mean that's the best. That would be the best situation to have a little bit of both. That's the
would do.
ideal
I think
situation.
I would
But the
say-
question wasn't if you can have both. I don't know, but that wasn't the question. You got to choose one right now, okay? You got to choose one. Hold on, T. I need you to choose one. Come on, T. T, you can't always say balance.
Choose one first.
Everybody, he would have said balance. Everybody would have said balance. That's not the question.
Okay, I'm a pass go. And if I get the opportunity to come back, then I'll say
I'm gonna, me personally, I'm gonna say brains because you could be dumb and just something happen, and you just a bird just right there, and something bad happens, and you just don't know what to do. So I can't, me personally, even if I was a man and I was dealing with a girl, no, she can't be dumb.
Right.
Beautiful and dumb, I've seen it too much. It's disgusting to me.
Right.
It's just not my type. But y'all,
So brain.
Yeah.
brains.
Brain.
For me, it got to be beauty and brains. But if I had to,
Come on,
If I
y'all.
had
Come
to
on,
pick-
y'all.
That's so hard because I do.
That's the whole reason of the question. That's the whole reason.
And sometimes it's like, shut up, be
I was about to
quiet,
say,
you know, talk
Still.
pretty.
So what can you
good.
deal with the most? That's the question.
Exactly.
If you had to deal with,
certain days I can, certain days I
will you
can't.
really deal with them shutting up and looking
I would
good?
rather-
That's the
I would rather
question.
have a man with brains than beauty, of course, but I think it's different than for a man and woman because you don't want a stupid man.
I was about to
versus a
say
stupid woman.
because
You know, like
you might be really sad and
you have a
and
stupid man.
hopeless.
It's just sad. Like that's just.
So you say brain.
It gotta be
There
brains.
are some dumb
If
men.
I'm on my man shit, yeah, brains. If I'm
No,
on my
if you got a
woman
dumb
stuff,
man, you better be
then
smart.
beauty.
That's all it is. You
Yeah,
better,
just
I said what I
gotta even
you better
out.
teach that
If
man.
I'm on,
Yeah,
if
just
I'm
have
on
to
my
even
beauty
out.
stuff, girls, it'll be beauty. For men, it's brains.
So could you walk around holding an ugly man's hand? Yeah, that's I'm just
They do it all the
asking.
time, man.
I'm just asking.
It's different.
I know. I just want to know because some women act like they got to look this certain way in public. You know, they have to have this certain.
But it's different things that make men like attractive anyway. So it's
Thank
like,
you.
you know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Well, that's different. That's what you know the man. I'm talking about when you just walking down, you don't know that person. You just see that person
Woman, you
walking
want
down.
beauty, you know.
You hear that? You hear that? Why is she with him? Why is he with her? You hear that conversation? You know what I mean? Like, damn. Of course, it might be a
If you
reason.
do a
He might
little
have
bit of
money.
hour work, you probably could tell. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A little
Look at the
conversation.
light.
It's a little hour. You like, oh, she missing an eye. I see why she settled. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
But all right, what did you say? What did you say?
Well, man, I pick beauty. I feel like I got to be attracted to you.
For a woman,
If
right?
I'm not
Right,
attracted
you
to
like you
then it's
cannot
gonna
not
work
be
anyway.
attractive and you just be smart.
Disrespectful relationship. 'Cause me,
Very
if I was a dude and she's very brain.
Yeah, but like he said, he's not gonna be faithful though. He won't be faithful though. That's the
Most
issue.
women-
Do you want a faithful man or do you want a non-faithful man? He gotta be attracted to. I'm just sorry, it's too hard to be with somebody forever.
You can be smart
Gotta
as
be
you want.
attracted.
And be stupid too.
You can be smart as you want, but I'm not going to approach you if you don't look
Yeah.
a certain type of way.
A woman, we want attraction. We want
We can give you some
brains.
tutoring,
Men
okay?
can probably get there with beauty versus stuff,
You know.
so
It'll
it's
definitely
different.
have to be the mind for me.
Yeah,
Because
mine for me
even when you
too.
look at different relationships, Jay-Z and Beyonce, I don't know, I love Jay-Z. So Jay-Z
I
and
know, we
Beyonce,
know.
Biggie had many girls because so it'll have to be brains because here's the thing, in order to get in my lower region, you got to get in my head. So that means that I have to
Definitely.
like you. Like you could be funny. You could be, it's a lot of stuff that you can bring mentally that will make me want to be with you sexually.
Right.
So if you're just attractive, that is not going to be, that's not going to be.
So as we see, the main difference between men and women
Exactly.
and how we see things, because I don't believe just straight being smart this gets a man, the straight being smart gets a man turned on. Now, might not look the best, and then that smartness helps push it up. But I feel like when a man sees you, he's not attracted to you, and all of a sudden he sits down and has a great conversation with you, I don't think he's going to lead a conversation be like, I'm attracted to her now. He might have to say, oh, that was a great conversation. We could be friends.
She's smart as a motherfucker.
She's smart.
We could put something
together.
Women is different. And it's funny, Mr. Truth,
That's what we
because-
just said.
yeah,
It's a
you're right,
major
it's different, 'cause
difference.
A woman, we could sit down and be like, damn, he okay.
Now, if
He
you
got that
guys,
look, he
if
got
you want
it
a
going
dumb
on.
dude, that means you guys want to step your game up, work harder throughout life.
Because think about it. If you
and deal
work-
with the stress, you know?
If you work with a smart, like a real smart girl, right, and then she puts y'all do something real smart together and it puts you in a better position. Now more attractive girls are going to be attracted to you, so you're going to be looking at her like,
You cheated like I don't know what.
That's true.
That's what I said. For a man to be faithful, he got to be attractive.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
you
just
said,
thinking
the
in the
perfect
future.
thing is having a balance of both. Like,
That would be
You had to
perfect.
choose, yeah.
But I could not wake up every day and
Maybe that's why I'm
I couldn't
single.
turn over in my bed every day, but like, damn, you so smart.
perfect.
I'm
Right.
sorry. I would
You can't
definitely.
have
I do want to be
everything.
like, you're so pretty. You're so, you know. I want to look at your face and be like, I don't want to look at you like, oh, you so
But
smart.
then they be like, what's
You
one
know?
plus
Oh, you so
one, Mr.
smart,
Truth
right
is
this
real?
essay.
I'm like, you know what? We got
I know
technology
what it is.
now.
With, I know
We
what
got
it is with
calculators
men. They don't want you to be
now.
too
We got
smart,
everything now.
too ahead of their
I
time.
open the
Can you
bed.
cook? Can you read?
Guys don't want you to be too smart because y'all
Can't
like
read the
to.
instructions.
that's going to
to
correct
Run over
everything you
top.
say.
But I'm
every
so
time.
Yeah,
pretty.
don't correct me every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Don't try
I
to
can
correct
look pretty,
me.
Mr. Truth, but
And
I
it's
can't
giving
cook
mommy.
and read the instructions on
Now
the
you
back.
gotta cook though. You gotta know how to read. If you know how to read, that's illiterate. Okay, I didn't say nope. I didn't say you to be illiterate.
Retarded. Like,
I didn't say that. You know.
Yeah, I could take the beauty
Gotta
and
read.
common sense. Not too smart. The common sense.
Common sense.
Yeah.
You gotta have common sense.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't like naive women. I don't
Yeah.
like gullible women. I hate when women believe anything a man tells them.
Like ignorance.
You know, so
Common sense.
Yeah.
You need
And
common
sense.
sense. Common sense
Yeah,
could be a
'cause
little
you
bit
can have a nigga
more.
all his
Common
be
sense. You
little
don't know common
retarded.
sense. I can't
Trip over
trust
the
you.
steps.
I can't trust you if you don't know common sense.
Yeah, ignorance is an umbrella. You're right.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so we're gonna get into the real topics now. That was just a little icebreaker
That
to
was
get DB. Just want to get DB kind of in the mood just to talk and everything like that. But this is a good one for men and women, and I think a lot of people probably, since the summertime is coming up and everybody's planning these vacations, I thought this would be a great topic to have. But what do you guys feel about once you're in a real relationship, having men's trips and women's trips, girls' trips, boys' trips, whatever you want to call them, friendship trips? And what I mean by that, I'll explain. You leaving your significant other at home and you parlaying out the country with you and your boys or you and your women, if you Miami, Vegas, wherever you want to say it is, and just enjoying what I guess you guys say you guys do, and I guess what men say they do. So my question is, in being in a real, again I say real relationship, what do you guys feel about that? Are you cool with your significant other doing that? Are you cool with yourself doing that and
No.
coming back home?
But I
just
ain't in a
wanna know.
position right now for that, so I wouldn't. No. But no, you already know what's going down. Ain't no damn.
Oh, so what's
fool.
going down? Explain to us real quick.
The guys
On the
trip.
females, no, on the females.
Daddy
I
trip.
yeah, I want to know what goes on the
We
females.
talking about the guys. She
I
was
want to
talking
know what goes on the
about
females trip.
No, Angel, go ahead. She was talking about the
Explain.
guys. Go ahead.
Okay. Females trip. Yeah, we out there. I'm not gonna lie. Looking at the guys, they look handsome. Different country, foreign.
Nobody
Come on
knows
now.
nothing. Nobody gonna
yeah,
see
exactly.
Wow.
Even in Vegas, Miami. Come on now. And men too.
nothing. And men too. Okay.
I think it's healthy. So first off, we have to trust each other. I'm not going to be in a relationship with you if I don't trust you. So, and then I think that separation, to be able to, for you to have your self-care, for me to have my self-care, like you need to be, I can't remember the word I want to say. It's almost like I smoke and I don't know smoke. But basically, everybody should be able to be self-sufficient and they should be able to have their fun. You have your fun. We're in a trust and loving relationship, so it is what it is.
What's the truth
I don't
though?
know.
Is it too
No,
much?
no, no.
What's the truth?
No, this is my
What's the
truth. This is my truth. I don't assume that everybody is cheating. I don't, because when I was in a relationship,
No, I'm not going to say cheating because that's
I
two
don't
different
assume the
things.
negative. I don't
I'm
assume
just
the
saying,
negative.
when all women go to Miami and Vegas, no, we're not saying you have to have sex with anybody, but what is the intentions? Honestly, what? And I'm not saying you,
And let
and I'm
your
not
hair
saying
down.
everybody,
They gonna do
but
some
what
shit.
is the intentions for 5 women going to South Beach.
So that's what I'm saying. Everything that you said, what I'm saying is the negative. So I'll just wrap that up in the negative.
Right.
That I have been in relationships where I have been committed.
Right.
And my girlfriends went out the country. We did, and we were not hunting down men. We weren't doing things that were inappropriate. Right. So of course, even when you in the country, you can look at somebody and be like they're attractive. Yeah. That doesn't change.
Right.
But
That's
as far
not
as me participating, me doing any flirting, if I'm in a relationship, I'm in a relationship. So I think it's a small percentage, but I can't assume that everybody is going to be doing something negative. That's what I'm saying. I think it's healthy. I have my me time, you have your you time, and that may be fun time when we come back together. Right. So, but I agree with.
But like you said, let's break it down. Let's keep it honestly. You said it was a small percentage, right?
Yeah,
so when that's what we're saying, that even though we know 100%, there's not a 100% chance that yes, your girl's gonna go out of town and do something negative. But like you said, that small percentage puts that major gray area out there, right? It does. You know what I mean? And the trust you're saying is it's great trust that I feel like I don't think exists anymore in most relationships. And I mean straight, I don't care what you do, I trust you type of trust. You know, like I don't care where you go, what you do, I trust you no matter what. I don't think that really exists in today's society as much anymore. That is that's a great trust, a great love, and that's when we went back to that group text about men genuinely in nature showing that love for a woman. You guys said you don't see that anymore. The stuff sometimes you say is genuine, truthful at nature, but not in today's world. You know what I mean? Because as a man, and as probably most of the women out here that probably take girl trips, probably are going there for particular reason.
Me
that would
personally,
be great if it was
I don't want to take girl trips. I want to be with my man. But if I'm not in a relationship right now,
that's how I think too. I wouldn't even want to do that.
I don't really like
a
bunch of females and want to go into a trip.
And I don't want to give her in the back of her mind even think that, because I'm also giving her freedom to do what she wants to do too. So meaning that if I'm
Y'all
out,
can just go together.
if I'm out, and put it like this, if a man is saying he's going to Dominican Republic every
You already
year,
know what's going on.
I don't care what you're saying. Trust that
I'm
man
not
or what.
stupid.
He's getting down, okay? He's getting down, okay?
It also depends on the location. So we're talking about the DR. What is so? No. It is. He didn't say location before, but if you're talking about, that's just like if you
The
say
DR Columbia.
that's just like somebody going to a sex house or a strip club. If you put location matters.
Vegas,
that is
Miami,
that is.
I don't think so. Like you said, you could be home and find somebody.
Dominican Republic for men
If
is
you
like
go to
Miami
a
for women.
bakery, if you go to a
Okay?
crack house, more than likely you
buy crack.
you're going to do something. It's different with the environment. If you go somewhere,
If you go to
that's like
Idaho,
real
we saying
chill,
to
go with your
fly
female
out,
friends
you
in
know,
Idaho.
have fun.
Go to Idaho. Go to Montana.
No matter where you fly
When you
out.
say Miami and Vegas, I think. But a woman, when your girl come to you, be like, I'm going to Miami with my friends.
But I don't know how. Okay, that's T's truth, so I can respect that's her truth. So we
Right.
can't say what's
We
true.
respect. That's why we have
Yeah.
left views. That's right.
But
100%.
and even for me, I think that it's healthy. Like I remember when I was married, I used to tell him, go outside, go play ball with some friends, go to church, go find people.
But what was the reason
No,
why?
but
It sounds
wait,
like
let
more
me-
like
let
I'm
me-
tired
no,
of you.
let me finish.
But even then, that's different than the
No,
guy's trip.
it's just no. But let me finish. Let me bridge it together. I think it's just healthy. When he would let me go, when I would go to Vegas, anybody know me know I leave for like 2 weeks. It would be a week with my girlfriends, and don't get me wrong, I was turning up, but it wasn't a turn up way where I lost my dignity or
But
it
what
was.
type
It was
of relationship? But
but
you
the-
got to understand different relationship. There is differences. Come on.
It- no,
if
it is,
relationship
and
is
that's what I'm
with
trying to
for
tell you.
older man or something like that, yes, that man's
no,
not
it's
going
just
everywhere
everybody's
like that.
relationship is different.
It is different, but let's keep on the norm.
And you now don't let me find out shit. This is how I feel. Don't let it come back to me. Don't let me find out nothing.
You're not
Don't
gonna
let
find
it,
out
and I
Dominican
better
Republic.
not.
You're
And
not
no,
gonna find
Dominican
out.
Republic, that's something totally different because I'm going to. We all
See,
going
but
to
y'all, but
Dominican.
how come it's okay for women to go to
That's what
Miami and
No, but
Vegas,
it's not
and y'all like
for
no
me,
issue
but
though?
no, for me, I'm not with. See, no, for me, it don't have no difference with location. It's just what the trust is between us. What's the agreement? What you going for? Are you going for?
So can he go to Dominican Republic then? If it's the trust, why
It
can't he go
depends.
to
Is he
Dominican
going for a
Republic?
wedding? Is he going for a men's
boys. We
bachelorette
talking about
party?
boys'
Guys,
trip.
I don't
Girls'
care.
trip.
I don't mind because guess what? When it's my turn, I'm gonna go.
And
So
you gonna
guess
do
what?
what you do though.
I am.
Because you gonna think he
and I'm
did.
going, no, but it's not. But y'all thinking as though we're going to do something so bad that I can't tell him. Shit, I can tell him I got a lap dance from a female. Like, shit, did you get one from a female? Which one was it? Did you get the same one I did?
No, I want a man.
Did you give her lap dance?
You know,
He went out to get him into that.
I mean, no, but it just all depends on the relationship.
I wouldn't get
it
back
all
to
depends
that.
on where you're going, what you're going for, and it's vice versa.
But-
and it's not always about, oh, I'm going to do what I want to do. It might be,
But
it
does
don't
this
mean I'm going to
really
do what I want to
work
do. We're
in
gonna break up.
relationships? I hear the
It
special
worked in mine for 10
occasion-
years.
Right,
It worked
but
in
that
mine
was-
for 10 years.
Depends. I'd rather go with him out of the country.
That's what I'm saying. If he go out of the country all the time, that taking you.
I can't do clingy. I'm not a person that
If you
talks.
working every time. You work.
I can't. It can't just be me and him. I'm not a person that talks on the phone with people all the time. I can't do that. So it can't be just me and him all the time. I'm not interested in that. That's not for me.
Who? What you want to say something?
Yeah, I feel like I feel like when we go on guys trips, we go on girls trips. We going to have fun, man. Clingy. I understand being clingy. You have your you time. I have my me time. You
That's
go
not
out
out
to
the
the
country.
club. Da, da, da.
Right, that's not out the
Flying
country.
out the state.
Right, that's
flying out.
different thing.
That shit different. You're gonna go. You're gonna have fun. You're gonna do shit.
That's
Most
so
likely you're
different.
gonna do that you're not gonna do if your
You
girl
go to the
around,
club,
if your
your
guy
friends all
around.
day.
It's
Go
gonna
to the
happen.
club. Come back home.
That's just what it
That's
is.
what you would do.
Absolutely, but I feel like
what it
most
is.
people will
That's
too.
And
though.
that's just true.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
But that's why with me, if I have a girl, if I'm settled down, wherever I go, she coming with me.
Yeah.
When
That's
we
not
go
being
out of
clingy.
town to these
Because
Miami and Vegas,
you can do
we
stuff
meet
there
these
with
girls
your
that have
significant
boyfriends
other.
back at home
Yeah,
and
we
say, I'm
wildin'.
free for the weekend.
Right.
We hear it all the time.
Shit like
What
that
are y'all
happens.
talking
I
about?
think it depends
That's
on
what they
the
say, I'm
caliber of
free.
person. Because like me, I was just having this conversation with you yesterday. I like long distance relationships. For me,
Oh, you
it
tripping.
works.
Right, you don't want a
But
relationship.
it works.
You don't want a relationship.
Not for
man.
me.
That
That's
shit
not
crazy.
a relationship,
And
though.
this time in my life, where I'm at, in my long time ago, no. Where
You
I
just
was
don't
in
wanna
my
be
life,
bothered.
no.
Right, you just don't
Maybe
want a
because I
relationship.
have other things going on
Yeah.
in my life, and I do. So that works.
You gotta be
That's
single
my
and
truth.
have
That
fun.
works for me. So right,
Right,
now,
you
my
might as
man,
well
he
be
about to go to
single then.
Marrakesh.
Just have
He
fun.
asked me, say, you want to go? No, I'm good. I got stuff to do here.
You're not feeling that person.
Right, you not feeling that
Exactly.
person,
That's not true.
Tiana.
That's not true. I'm trying. I'm about to go to Africa.
But you don't want to
I
be
got my
around
own
them
stuff
all the
going on.
time.
Quick
Quick
break, bro.
question.
You're not
I
feeling
got
I'm
my
gonna
that.
ask you a
stuff
quick
going on.
question.
When we
I don't
come
want to
together,
cut
we
you off.
together.
What's that?
But quick question. So, because just piggyback on what you said, if you truly love that person, do you want to be away
Around
from
them
that?
all the
No, do you
time.
want to be away from
No.
that person?
You don't wanna
And
be
I'm not
around
saying-
them. Wanna be with
no,
them.
and hold on, no, and no, you're taking
little
what
bit
I'm-
of space.
You're taking what I'm saying. I didn't say
You ain't gotta
be with.
be
I'm not
around
saying.
each other as
What I'm
much.
saying is,
Think
when you
about
travel, you want to leave that person there.
No, we can meet up together.
That's
Like-
weird to me.
That's weird. I don't.
It
Y'all
depends
haven't
on what
been
you
girl I
travel
love.
Y'all
for.
haven't
When I
done
got on my
it.
flight, I want her
No,
with
we
me.
have.
When I go to California, I want her with me. When I go, I want her with me. Yes, go out and have your friends.
Can she be with her friends?
Oh, okay.
exclusively?
Yeah,
So
so-
this
I
wasn't
have.
a question
It's different.
of is it
My
my relationship
relationship
with my
is
girl?
right
The
now.
Can,
question was
can
specific.
guys
let
go
your
with
man
guys
down.
and
Are
girls
you
go
It's
with
gonna
okay
let
girls?
you
with
right
guys
now.
trips and are you okay with girls trips?
No, I
Yes,
said
you
no. The
will
question
have-
was if you have significant other,
Other.
were you okay with them doing that?
Same. So I'm saying
and I was
what you're
picking
saying.
back
Cool
on
with it.
that.
I'm not.
This is
That's because
guys
you're gonna
and
do
girls
you.
trips.
That's why. That's
So no,
the
this
point
is
with
guys
it.
and girls trips. This was not a question of are you required to choose your relationship versus your guy or girl trip. This is specifically saying, are you okay with your mate having a guy or girl trip?
Right.
I personally am. What you feel? I don't.
He ain't answer yet.
So y'all basically
DB
cool
answer.
with getting cheated on
Let
I
DB
think-
at this
answer.
point.
I think life is like at this point in time where
You
I
should be
am. I
with your
think life is too
significant other.
short to like try to regulate what someone's doing with their time. You know, honestly. So I really only deal
Shouldn't
with
have to
people that
regulate it,
can
though.
like
That's the question.
like
That's the
like
issue.
deal with the lifestyle that I live, which already is a bunch of traveling and
Right.
a bunch of moving around.
But is that
And-
business? Is that
He got
business
different
trip?
perspective though.
No,
He got different
no,
That's not
perspective.
the
no,
question.
but it's
I
like
said
I'll
binge
go
trip.
somewhere for you know, just to think about things, just to see things differently, so that I could come back and create. So it's like it's business, but it might be for pleasure at the same time too. So I don't think I don't know if a lot of girls will like, you know, to be like in a
That
relationship.
type of
But
relationship.
that's just
right
like
now
a businessman
because-
that does a lot of traveling. That to me is a different question. What I'm saying is just strictly going on for pleasure, a trip.
A guy's
Not
trip.
a
We go
business, and then while
7
you're out of
weeks and
town, you
shit.
stop and get a drink. That's different. You're out there for business. Of course, you might do something other than just sit there for business.
I would let
all
her.
day.
I would let her go on a girl's trip. Yeah,
Right.
I wouldn't be like, don't go on a girl's trip.
Right.
But like, it's almost
Nobody
like what
can
she
tell you
said.
what to
Like,
do
if
anyway.
if
Right.
something
Yeah,
happens,
it's up to you.
where it's like I come, like, you know, some pictures pop up on some shit, then I'm like, oh,
Get
like
jealous.
you was tripping. But if it was out there and you did what what you did. Like, I don't know.
I
It's
feel
like,
like-
it, you
So
know,
you got a girl, because I'm making more direct so we can get to direct. So if you had a girl, this is like I said, your real girlfriend, not a fling, not somebody you're just dating. This is somebody you live with.
Yeah, but if she go out there and do anything, then
No, I'm just asking you a
that's
question.
great.
Right.
That's wonderful for me to know. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
but that's if you find out. That's if you find
Right.
out. That's if you find out, first of all.
But if I don't find out, it's
Then
like
better.
Not an issue.
Yeah.
Is it not an issue if you don't find out?
I don't think you can be. It's like, okay, if you don't find out, it's an issue. Yes, it is an issue,
Right.
but it's not an issue in your brain. It's
Till
not
you find
stopping.
out.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, once you
Right.
find out, then.
But when you
yeah.
wish you would have known when it happened, then 10
Yeah,
years
but
later.
you can't even.
I feel like
Go-
people.
You didn't find it.
I
You
feel
took that
like
to the
people
grave.
that's cool
Right.
with it, like people that's like, nah,
Definitely
go
think
ahead. It's just because they, they don't want you to, like, nah, I don't want you to. They just want that freedom. That's just how I feel. Like,
And then the other question is kind of
Yeah.
what you said too. It originally is like, to me, is you're dangling candy in front of a kid's face a lot of times, because I get temptation. Even though that's everybody has temptation in their system. For anyone to sit up and say there's no temptation, that's crazy. So what I'm saying is the same way with men that go out the country, Dominican Republic, to the foreign countries, these men are doing stuff because they're tempted. And it's cheap. You know what I'm saying? So they're doing that. So my thing is that if you're, I don't want to cut you off, but I just want to finish my statement real quick. If that person is doing that on say 3 times a year, that doesn't like.
it don't feel
But
good.
what if
That
every
is-
time they come back, they make you, you know what I'm saying? What if it helps them stay sane? Then
But
now
now,
they-
why you have to go out the country, or why can't you go off with your friends and do what you do? Like, why does it have to require you
So
to go?
my thing is,
The last
go
thing,
ahead. Okay, go ahead.
Why do you have to go? And like they said, why would you have to go to Vegas and Miami to do that? We know. I mean,
Because it make you feel alive again sometimes.
Yeah, but
you
why
know?
can I make you
Like,
feel alive? That's an issue
because
if you're.
it's
but that's that's an issue.
regular,
That's why
you know
he's
what I'm
cool with
saying?
his girl.
Yeah, but when you're a significant. That's the whole point of having a family relationship and having that significant other. That name is for a reason. That person's supposed to be that person that you're saying that's supposed to do all that
sound
for
good,
you.
but girls be looking for an escape for that.
And that's
sometimes,
the
but
issue when they're looking for escape.
it's
Most
like
times something wrong in a relationship.
That's not true.
I
So
don't
this
think
is
so.
I'm
Yeah, I
going
don't
to
think
piggyback.
so.
I am one of those persons long-term relationship. Now again, I agree with you. Trust is out the door. I think the majority of people cheat. I do agree with what you all are saying. But what I am saying is that I have experienced that is the life. If I'm committed to you, first and foremost, for us to have a commitment, that means that I trusted you to a certain level. If you're going to be a cheater, you're going to cheat at home too. So why you're going to cheat at home? You're going to be with whoever's your coworkers are, whoever the people are on the street. So it does not
I
matter to
feel
me
like-
that
I'm not
you
gonna say
went
that.
But I feel like
somewhere
no,
else.
it's true. But I feel like flying
No.
out gives you more leeway.
No.
It gives you more.
I've been in relationships I might have cheated one time and never cheated again.
You said you have.
I've been in a relationship I cheated one time and never cheated again.
But
In
I
that
don't
relationship,
understand what the question
What I
is.
mean is, you're saying if you're gonna, my whole thing about it is sometimes something happens in that relationship that makes somebody cheat. It doesn't mean that you're going to be a cheater always.
Well, I
it
didn't
doesn't
say
mean that you
that.
are a cheater.
Exactly.
What I
So
said
why
was,
shouldn't that
if
stand for people going out the
if you
country
want to cheat, then
What
you
I'm
will
saying
cheat.
is,
That's
it's
what I
more
said.
leeway,
It's
it's
more
more
open,
candy
it's
in your
more-
face. That's
yeah.
all I'm saying. So if your relationship is not perfect at home, why do you think
What?
that person is flying out of town? And most relationships ain't perfect at home. How many relationships are perfect at home?
What happens though, Mr. Truth is Real, if you already, like this person, before you even came into their life, this is something that they were doing. This is something that they just traveled. They
That's two
traveled for
different
personal.
things.
They
I
traveled
keep
for
on
work. They
saying
had
that's-
girls trips with their girlfriends. You know,
But that's when you
annual.
single though, right?
Yeah,
when you
when they
met
was
that
single, that's
person,
different.
I was doing a
What
lot
if
of
it since they were
things.
since they were in college? I know
But they were still
girls.
single. When you meet that person, they're doing a lot of things. You're doing things, right? As you come together, you start drilling off some of those things that you're doing. So by the time you come together, that shouldn't have been going on no
Yeah,
more.
but I was doing that and I didn't cheat on my husband. That's the
We're
honest
not
on the
saying
Bible
you cheated.
truth.
We're not saying everybody. Well, like we just said, the percentage is very low. So are you banking on my percentage being in that 10%?
No, only
is
my
what you're
truth.
saying?
No, but
Y'all
only my
we're banking
truth.
on me in that 10%.
But no, I think at the end of the day, it's
That's
just
a
our
major
truth. That's what
trust.
I'm saying. It's just
Yeah,
our
and
truth. I'm that 1%.
right,
I
and
guess,
and what
you
I'm
know,
saying
2%.
is, and I agree, every woman's not going to cheat, every man's not going to cheat, but that 10% is what we're saying. It's very low. That means 80% are cheating. So that means 80% of the time you're in a relationship. If we don't know these numbers are right, we're just throwing numbers out there.
They want to like.
But
get
we're
away from
basically saying
you.
80% of the time, you more likely they're going
Go with my
to cheat.
friends.
You know what I found
See
to
some
help
new
though?
females. Do what I want to do.
You're right, Angel. And what I did find
I'm
to
not
help
trying to be
in a
funny, it's the truth.
relationship, even being married, we were friends. Like we were actually really good friends. Where even if I traveled to party, we traveled together. We had fun. He knew my friends. He knew. So we kind of mixed and
Yeah,
mingled.
so
But he
y'all
allowed
went together.
me my space, you know. And I wanted him to have some space. And please, Jesus, go away. You know, sometimes just go breathe. You know, let me go and just in a
I
house.
went
for
out
a
the
second.
country with my second
But I
other,
would
and
love
he
to be with
went
him,
somewhere, and I
though.
went
Of
somewhere.
course.
It wasn't like
I don't even
But
want
it
to
just
go on
depends
boy
on the
trips though. In a
relationship.
relationship though.
It depends on
I
the
don't
respect
want
of the
to, though, yeah.
relationship. It depends on the
Why,
respect.
why
of
would
the
it be
relationship.
with 4 or 5
I can't be
dudes
with
out the
different
country for a
Yeah,
resort?
Even if we do, but even
What are
if
we
we do,
doing?
even if we do, we out there looking.
Yeah,
for
Right,
we
what are we
not just
doing?
us.
Sit in the
It's
bar,
not
get
just us.
drunk with each other?
It's not
Hey,
just
buddy.
But girls,
That's
don't
real
know.
shit,
Girls
though.
don't
Not
freak
just
on
No,
each
we don't
other.
really do that.
There's no
The women
value
different.
or
We
fun
don't
in the many
really-
relationships you all have.
Huh?
No,
you
I
mean?
don't think it is.
I wouldn't
Wait,
pay
what you
all
mean?
this money
I didn't
to
get
go
you.
out the country with no dude unless it was
You
a
want to
real
have fun.
reason.
Y'all niggas want to go turn
That
up.
means there's no
Do y'all?
value or you don't have fun with your friends. Because
No, that's not true.
No, I'm at an age where I don't have that much fun for male like that.
Wait, hold on,
Yeah,
go
yeah.
ahead.
It ain't but you
No,
can
I
do
do.
with male.
Oh, no, I do, but we
She
can do
wasn't
that
gonna
at
do
home,
with
though.
male.
But this is what I'm saying.
She
This is what I'm trying to say. As an example, I am a spa girl. So to go lap this spa at Fontainebleau, Miami, yesterday is Miami. Screw Miami. I'm gonna be
I can
on
find
the.
you a better spot.
Oh, well, let me
Get
know.
a
But
spot here.
We
nonetheless,
gonna go here.
Get a spot.
We gonna go to my
nonetheless, but
spot.
I don't want to be with you. Even if you're my
You go by
dude.
yourself.
Wifey?
Here's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. I enjoy my friend relationships. We have fun together. So don't think. So yes, and we have our time to have our fun together. So you and I wouldn't be a match because if you listen, no, listen. This is what I'm trying to say. Because if you only require fun things and you can't trust me to have fun with the people that I have had
That's not what
in my
I'm
life.
saying.
So, but this is what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm trying to say. That it's okay for me to have fun with my friends the way that I like to have fun. That's fine. It does not have to mean that a person is cheating. I get it's the lower percentage. But if you're saying that you don't even like being around niggas, you don't like being around niggas.
I don't
That
like
didn't
it.
take from here to there. That's who you are. You don't like being
like
around
it.
dudes. You can't.
Like we have fun
I
with our
get
friends.
on.
Like he say he don't like being around niggas. We outside all the time.
Yo,
we chilling. We having
yo,
fun.
y'all
You
know
don't gotta fly out.
Me
When I
personally-
say, hold on, let me retract that because you being funny. Let me retract that. I don't mean it that way. What I mean is that it ain't too much you could do with hanging out with a male. Okay?
Right, y'all.
It ain't
swinging
what?
dicks or
Go to
something.
the club. I mean, if it's not take away business, take away artistry.
Man.
That.
First
we
of
talking
all,
about-
that's
to the
too
studio.
going out the country with a bunch of
I say this to
females.
my homies all the
First of all,
time.
you don't even know what these people thinking in their head. You got your enemies going with you to the trip.
I don't want to look at a dude all day.
Snitching on you.
I'll be honest with you. I don't want to
I
look
just
at
don't
a dude
trust
all
you.
day long. I don't want to sit
Snitch,
here.
you go
with
look
a
at talk to another nigga.
snitch me all
They gonna tell you
day
nigga.
long.
Y'all men,
There you
the
go.
men problem,
I can't.
the men issue is y'all so damn nosy. Y'all so worried about what we doing because y'all don't want to be around each other. Y'all don't want to be around a bunch of dingalings. So of course y'all want to see.
Why
what
would
we're
we
not.
be able to?
Exactly.
Females,
So
we
with
can do
women-
it.
With women,
But
we
I don't
have
really
fun
like
with
females.
each other. Us three can go out the
Three.
country right now, and because you know I go do small crowds.
Yeah.
But three can go out the
Five,
country. We gonna
no.
freak on each other. We have a good time. We gonna
Five.
twerk.
I
We gonna
seen
have
it.
fun.
I seen
We
the
gonna-
girls about to
we
fight
gonna
each
turn
other.
Up. But
Five
we
of
don't
them
want no
together.
other men. We like,
Arguing.
what you doing?
Out of
Don't
the
touch
You got
me. I
4
got a
girls,
husband.
y'all turned up. You said all 4
See, is
girls
that
don't
not
want
true?
nobody.
Don't touch me. I got a husband. It's still
That's
twerking.
one.
Still
That's
having a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
time.
We can have
That's
something
one.
like that.
It's gonna be one in
One
the
of
group
us
that's
doing
going
that.
Don't know
But it's
how
gonna be
to
two
do
of them
it.
that's
It's gonna
done.
be one in the group that's
That's
one
one
go and the rest of the group will go with.
She
Yeah.
gonna bust it up and do the same thing.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have
We
but
had fun
you have
Y'all know
less-
good as
like, you
well,
can't
out the
find
country,
out
We
more
know how to
like
have
more
fun together.
something when you gone
He's
somewhere.
been itching. He's
Go
just
ahead.
Go
like
ahead, D.
very
Yeah, go ahead.
respectful.
Nah, I was just thinking. I was like, all right. Normally, when I go out the country, I normally do try to look for find some girls or some shit.
Exactly.
Like that.
So why
But-
do people just be
but
so
it's like,
naive to try niggas?
I'm not gonna lie. The last times that I've been with girls outside the country, the more fun has been like in the mountains, the waterfalls, like the
With
jet.
girls.
Like, nah, I don't,
females.
that shit don't even matter because I'm in my own zone. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm out. Like
If you like
girls,
meditating,
I be
that's
around
different.
girls all the
You
time.
know?
So it's like sometimes taking a break from that and being in nature and all that shit is just like exciting to me.
But that's understandable.
That's different,
and
though.
that's completely
I don't
different.
think
Like
my man no angel,
that's
just
that's
don't
like
let
a
him come
that's
back.
like meditating.
Yeah,
That's like
you're
getting a
right.
retreat.
I like that.
That's a retreat.
That's what
That's
I like.
cool. I don't think there's nothing wrong with retreat. If you go with your boys in a retreat, it's
It don't gotta be a
different.
retreat. It
But-
could be somebody's birthday and we just
but
go
that's-
out there and we
that's
just
still different,
vibing.
They
too.
still
Doing
inviting
different shit.
females.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
all
what-
y'all do. Yes,
So-
and I know this.
You
You
know,
gotta be
half
bored.
them dudes-
You wouldn't even know they
Definitely.
flew.
No, yeah.
Like,
You
with
might be the one out there meditating. Everybody like,
That don't matter. That's gonna be the same
My
thing
man
here.
gonna be
You know what I'm
that's just
saying?
what they do.
Yeah, that's just
There,
that's just.
here.
My man gonna be
how many of
on
your
point.
friends got girls that go out of town, out the country, and do things?
Wait, what?
How many of your friends that you know have girlfriends? How many of your male friends that have girlfriends that you've been out the country with have done things?
Man,
Tell
on
the
a
truth.
regular basis.
The truth.
how many male friends
They
do-
have a
That did when
girlfriend.
they had a girlfriend
That
and they
go out of the
fly.
country with you, the Dominican Republic, all them
And they
other
just
countries,
chill. They just
and have
chill.
actually did
They just
haven't
cool.
done nothing.
Yeah, they just cool.
All of none of them never did it. All my male friends with girlfriends and wives and stuff like that, they don't do nothing.
They don't
You
talk no
telling the
girls.
truth.
They don't talk no girls. Nothing like.
They don't do. Nah, I'm telling you.
They just come out there.
right on this.
Okay,
Right.
well, they good
You a
then with
real
me.
friend.
Right,
That's
they-
some good
Nah, that's
friends.
real shit. Like I'm impressed. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's
That's
good.
what I
Oh, yeah.
aspire
Oh,
to.
you
The
didn't see it.
examples that you're around.
Oh,
You
yeah.
didn't see it. Did you say
Do you know why I think this?
But most of the
people
time,
are like that,
the
though.
ones that's really locked in won't go because
Yeah.
they already know it's.
But
we
do you
don't
know why I
the
think
same.
like
That's
this?
what I'm saying,
Because
'cause
I
they ain't
know
with that drama, they get
dudes.
back home.
I know dudes that are invited that got girls.
I know girls.
Yeah, so that's why I'm thinking this way.
I
I'm
know.
traumatized
It'd
because
be
like
crazy.
most of
I'd
the
be like,
girls
no,
I
I'm
was
not.
with when I was younger, growing up, all was in relationships. So that's why I just started looking at it like, okay, like is this shit even like real? I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like it's a trust, like y'all said, it's a trust thing. So since T was able to do it and it was successful and shit, it's cool. But
Yeah, it's cool.
for us,
We
we
done.
went through shit. We
Yeah, I
do it
seen
ourselves. So it's
Yeah,
like,
so
nah,
It's
it's
just
not
so
cool
low.
with us.
It's like for me to give you that 10% trust, I have to feel really different about you.
Yeah,
You
like
gotta
everything.
really blow my mind, like to the point where I'm like, okay, I really trust you because I don't know what you could do.
I think respect is the biggest
Respect,
Yeah,
is a
that's what I'm
thing,
saying.
too.
So
and the reason
respect
why
them.
I'm saying that is because if you in love with a person, it doesn't matter what you do or what you don't do, you won't always protect that person. So if you are doing something, and we talked about, of course people cheat.
make
If
sure
you
they
are
don't
doing
find out.
something, there's NDAs, non-disclosure
make sure they
agreements.
don't
There's
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff you can do
Like,
now. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff you can do now.
Like, girl, I would never
Yeah,
do
not gonna let
anything
her
when you're
get-
in love.
Right.
So I do think that
It's the relationship
people
matters.
cheat,
It
but
starts
I
with the
think I
relationship.
still let
You
mine
locked
go.
in, locked
Yeah, it starts with a relationship. I
So
think.
we all cool with being cheated on and shit, long as we don't find out.
No, I ain't.
No, I didn't say that.
That's a close.
I ain't done that.
It's very
You might as well
real,
be.
and that is-
I
that's
tell a
the
nigga
truth.
quick. You might as well just be
That's the
single.
truth.
I'm
It's
not
a
with you.
reality.
That's my truth.
It's a reality that
It's a reality
respect-
check.
I would hope
need
that the
respect.
person
Respect
that
me
I
enough
decided,
not for it to come back to.
absolutely. I would hope that that trust is there, but we all are human beings, and there are attractive people.
Animals.
And not just
Yeah,
that.
that's why I
relationships-
told you.
No, we are.
I said it's attractive people. So when we go out, we
relationships-
see somebody from out of
And
the country.
relationships change over time. Relationships
Might
aren't all,
Especially out this state.
relationships aren't always
Communicating
the same,
is cheating.
You know, so they're not always the same.
Maturity changes. Who you
Nope.
changes.
So we're gonna get ready to wrap this
Yeah.
one up before we start the next show. I guess we'll do a song, video, or try whatever you want to put. I didn't actually have one lined up to play, but if you have your, you got a couple videos. Okay, so we'll take about a 10-minute break, and then we'll be back on. Again, this is Truth is Real podcast, and we'll see you in about 10 minutes.
I took my own gun, trying to fight off these demons. But you don't wanna see me happy, you just wanna see me suffer. My ex made me the big when I told her that I love her. I found out that my favorite uncle done turned clocker, man. I probably could've killed him when he stole from my mother. They told me that my cousin ended up telling on his brother. I knew he'd do some hot shit, or since we was younger. When we visit grandma once a week out in the summer, he'll always do some shit that make me question if I love him. So I catch him in the pig stop. You know how the pigs die. Now I'm not a big guy, but I never 6'9". Catch him on the flip side, I never switch sides. Niggas be on dicks, but I don't like when niggas dick ride. I pull up on them DOA, couldn't even catch a fade. My cousin already spent the block on the 7th day. Told me if I catch him before you, then kill you, better pay. Cause I don't lose best, and I'm just here to set the record straight. My nigga smart as hell, but he always on some dumb shit. That's Stephen Hill, that cause I'ma live with who I come with. Really with the shooters, all your niggas do is jump shit. Tell them that we different on some snipers out the trunk. So they call me Lee Mauro, please on the Tahoe. Down one boat, we in the streets like potholes. Potatoes on the burrow, keep it quiet enough to not know. And I stay in the studio just like potatoes in a pot roast. Damn, I ain't getting paid just for coming to the club. I ain't about to have none fun. I know niggas gon' hate, I don't know who to trust. I ain't got no love for. I don't take no chance, I don't hug no fans. I took my own gun. Now it's me versus me, time to fight off these demons. I won't run. I want 5 for 5.5, don't laugh. I can still pop out, make a fuck nigga mad. Tell him being broke, the only flow I ever had. If I pull up with a bra, bet the bottom bitch bad. Nigga want laugh, want crack little jokes till I tell him that his bitch got platform low. Make me the big nigga, must not know. Money job long and it's still trying to grow. I ain't got no competition. I told niggas listen, they know that I'm young and ambitious. I set the bar for these niggas. My bitch won't even look at that shoe about to stop for the wizards. I like the snobbiest bitches. I don't like the lie. Prefer to be honest with bitches. What kind of car was he whipping? Cause when he pull up, I'm all about to rob me. Damn, I try to lead this life in the past. Cause the COVID got back in my mask. Now I'm back in my jam. I fell in love with the track till I seen Uncle Love in the trap with a pipe in his hand. He spit this life in the can for some shit he ain't doing. I ain't trying to get high as he can. Now I just don't understand. But fuck it, he's shopping. I tell him go call for my man. Hey, just for coming to the club, I ain't about to have none fun. I know niggas gon' hate. I don't know who to trust. I ain't got no love ones. I don't take no chance. I don't hug no fans. I took my own gun. Now it's me versus me. Time to fight off these demons. I won't run. I took my own gun, trying to fight off these demons.
I'ma keep flipping my, I'ma keep flipping my shots, getting money. 10 toes, 10 toes. I'ma keep flipping my pots, getting money. I'ma keep flipping my keeping it coming. We keeping that shit coming. I'ma keep flipping my pots, getting hundred. If you talking money, we keeping it coming. Brody be chopping shit, really be gunning. He known to keep it shit like it's from Russians. He told a bitch that he looking for me. I'ma just keep a gun, cause I ain't running. Pulling up on the street, I'm about to crush him. Say this beef in the air, nigga, you lunching. Niggas ain't even prepared, niggas just bluffing. Try bag me a nigga for touching my cousin. Pump faking like shit, he was clutching on nothing. I really seen shit that could put niggas under. Walk in the classroom, smelling like thunder. And this bitch try fuck, gave me more than her number. Ducking the feds, I ain't ducking no other. Pass me the ball and watch me hit the buzzer. Me and bro solid, we ain't saying nothing. Niggas talking too much, I can't speak for the others. He get the tip and telling on my brother. Found out who did it, niggas bout to bust him. Play with lil' bro, we pressed him, it was nothing. We in that high speed going 100. He fast as shit when that stick started dumping. Told you he slid, he lying like shit. Bro say he got a 40 with a switch. He tryna slide on niggas in a fish. Gucci, my shoes don't got no Gucci stick. Cartier frames, I need some Louis fit. I'm not Ryan Light, I need some Dr. Tents. Talk out your neck, that's how you get hit. Young niggas geeking, try and hold the stick. You really soft when you ain't with your man. Got caught by myself, I'm standing on 10. Crash one time, ain't doing that again. Knew he was grimy, why you let him in? Spared the little nigga, cause he was my friend. All the 10 toes niggas like my twin. Bro split the pack when he get it in. Shit doing backflips once again. I'ma keep flipping my packs, getting hundred. If you talking money, we keeping it coming. Brody be chopping shit, really be gunning. He known to keep it shit like it's from Russians. He told a bitch that he looking for me. I'ma just keep a gun, cause I ain't running. Pulling up on the street, I'm about to crush him. Say this beef in the air, nigga, you lunching. Niggas ain't even prepared, niggas just bluffing. Try bag me a nigga for touching my cousin. Pump faking like shit, he was clutching on nothing. I really seen shit that could put niggas under. Walk in the classroom, smelling like thunder. And this bitch try fuck, gave me more than her number. Ducking the feds, I ain't ducking no other. Pass me the ball and watch me hit the buzzer. Damn. Pass me the ball, watch me hit the buzzer. Me and bro solid, we ain't saying nothing. Niggas tipping like shit, I can't speak for the others. Niggas tipping like shit, I can't speak for the others. Yeah, that's it.
Let me see that, bro. I'm really about to handle that nigga on set, bro. On blood, nigga. No fuck talking about, bro. I'm really about to handle that nigga, bro. I go right now, bro. Fuck that nigga, bro. Nah, bitch ass nigga, bro. I don't give a fuck. I see you. I don't give a fuck. Right there.
DC has already had more than its fair share of youth violence this year, but it's not a toll that's being paid evenly. At least 6 victims, 18 or younger, have been shot and killed this year. You can see here the locations of all of those shootings. You can also see that Ward 8 has been hit the hardest. Of those 6 deaths, 4 have happened in Ward 8, including the city's 2 youngest homicide victims, 15-year-old Maurice Scott and 11-year-old Karan Brown. Right now, only Brown's murder has resulted in an arrest. Jordan Fisher, WUSA.
They really feel it when I'm spitting the truth. It's getting wicked while we killing the youth. You stripping parents from their kids and all them things that they can never go do. It's cutting deep, that pain will never be through. They mama crying at night. All this shit and it can never be